It's pitch black in a dusty parking lot outside a 24-hour diner somewhere in Virginia. 2:17 a.m., the kind of hour where only truckers and ghosts are still moving. A lone woman steps out of her pickup, boots hitting gravel, ponytail tucked under a faded ball cap. She's grabbing an energy drink before the long drive home when 3 shadows peel away from a jacked-up Tacoma. They've been watching her for 10 minutes, laughing too loud, drunk enough to feel invincible. "Hey, sweetheart," one of them calls, voice thick with beer and bad decisions. "You out here all by yourself?" She doesn't turn around. She just keeps walking toward the door, keys dangling from her fingers like she didn't hear a thing. That's their cue. They fan out, blocking her path, 3 big guys in Carhartt jackets, smirking like this is already over. The leader steps in close enough for her to smell the whiskey on his breath. "I said you alone, baby." 45 seconds later, every single one of them is on the ground, one crying, one unconscious, one staring up at the stars, trying to remember how to breathe. And the one? She's still holding that energy drink, not a drop spilled, cap still on. She looks down at them, voice calm as winter water, and says 5 words that freeze the night solid. "I was a Navy SEAL." If that just gave you chills, hit that subscribe button right now so you never miss stories like this. Let's dive in. Her name is Senior Chief Rebecca Bex Caldwell, callsign Reaper, one of the first women ever to earn the Trident. 8 deployments, 2 Bronze Stars with 5, and a file so redacted it looks like a zebra. She left the teams 2 years ago after a blast in Syria took half her hearing in one ear and all of her patience for bullshit. Now she keeps to herself on a small farm outside Norfolk, trains horses, fixes fences, tries to outrun the nightmares with hard work and harder silence. Most nights she doesn't sleep. She just drives until the memories get tired. Tonight was supposed to be another quiet loop, gas station coffee and classic rock, until those 3 recruits decided to play wolf. They're fresh out of Great Lakes boot camp, headed to their first A school, full of liquid courage and the kind of arrogance the Navy usually beats out of you by week 4. They saw a woman alone, 5'6", maybe 135 pounds, wearing an old Navy hoodie 2 sizes too big, and they thought easy mark. They never noticed the way she scanned the lot before she got out of the truck, the way her right hand never strayed far from her hip, the way she walked like someone counting steps to cover. They didn't see the faint scar that runs from her left ear down into the collar, or the frog bones tattooed on her forearm half hidden under the sleeve. They just saw prey. The leader grabs her arm. That's the mistake. The second his fingers close, her body moves like it's been waiting years for permission. She twists into him, forearm driving up under his elbow, hyperextending the joint with a wet pop that echoes off the diner walls. Before he even starts screaming, her knee is already buried in the second guy's solar plexus, folding him like cheap lawn furniture. The third one finally realizes this isn't a joke and charges, roaring something about respect. She sidesteps, catches his wrist, pivots, and uses his own momentum to plant him face first into the gravel, so hard his ball cap spins away like a hubcap. 45 seconds. 3 bodies on the ground, 0 punches thrown by her. Just economy of violence, the kind you only learn when mercy isn't an option. She stands over them, breathing steady, the way she used to on target, after the stack breached and the room went quiet. The leader is clutching his ruined arm, tears cutting tracks through the dirt on his face. Ma'am, we're sorry, we didn't know." She crouches down so he can see her eyes, cold, Atlantic gray, the same eyes that stared down warlords and held dying teammates while the medevac circled. "You don't get to call me ma'am," she says, voice low. "You lost that privilege when you put hands on me." The kid, on the ground, whimpers. She reaches into her pocket, pulls out her old SEAL Challenge coin, the one with the Reaper on it, and flips it onto his chest. "Next time you feel froggy," she tells him, "remember who I am." Sirens in the distance now. Someone inside the diner called it in. She straightens up, finally cracks open that energy drink, and takes a long pull like nothing happened. The unconscious one starts groaning back to life. She looks at all 3 of them, broken and shaking, and for just a second the mask slips. You can see it, the weight of every life she took, every friend she carried out, in a bag. Every night she woke up choking on sand that wasn't there anymore. She's not proud of this. She didn't want this, but some muscle memory never retires. The first cop on scene is a former Marine, recognizes the coin before he even asks for ID. He takes one look at the 3 recruits, one look at her, and just nods. "Senior Chief Caldwell," he says quietly, "we'll take it from here." She nods back, climbs into her truck, and drives off into the dark like a ghost who still has places to be. Word spreads through the base like wildfire the next morning. Those 3 recruits end up in the brig with broken bones and broken egos in every cheek. On the waterfront makes them tell the story to every new boot class for the next year. Rebecca never talks about it. She goes back to her horses, back to the silence. But sometimes when the wind moves across the fields just right, you can almost hear her whispering to the night, "I was never yours to touch." That's the thing about warriors. When the war is over, they don't stop being dangerous. They just choose every single day not to be, until someone makes them remember who they are. So tell me in the comments, from which part of the country are you watching this video right now? Drop your city or state. Let's see where the tribe is tonight. And if this one hit you in the chest, do me a favor, share it with someone who needs to hear that some people carry thunder in their silence. I'll see you in the next one.